This week on In The Crosshairs, we're taking you through all the best bets for all the big games this week. We'll break down tonight's NBA games with the Pelicans versus the Jazz and the Thunder versus the Nuggets. And then it is time to talk about the NFL conferences as we talk about what to look out for in the battle for the NFC and diagnose Patrick Mahomes for the AFC. All of that and more right now on In The Crosshairs. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to In The Crosshairs, your definitive resource for all things sports betting. I'm your host, back after a little mini vacation, Ali Melendez, and just in time because it is NFL playoffs time. And oh man, we got a lot to talk about today. And who better to talk about all of this action than our amazing guest? So first up, it is our sweet boy who was so kind to cover for me last week. Love ya, Knish. Mr. Joey Knish is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. So Joey, I think I know the answer. Are you excited for the NFL conference games?
You know this. Great to have you back. Listen, I appreciate the rave reviews, from hosting, but it is great to have you back and healthy. Glad you're okay. And the best thing about it is I haven't been able to dunk on Ronnie P for a few weeks. That's right. I got a J-Maz sitting on deck. And now they finally teed up Ronnie for me here, to put him down here with NFL conference for the premium game. So great to see you. And Ron, I hate to do it to you, brother. Nothing personal, just business.
Hey, I appreciate the honesty. We're all here for the transparency. That's what we do. But of course, joining Mr. Joey Knish, we got our very own, all the way from Philly, our Ronnie P. Philly, how you doing? Philly. I want to call you Philly.
Great.
That's it. Is that okay with you?
Philly, I know. Philly, Ronnie, Philly.
I just want to switch
Ali,
it
I'm
up.
great because I took the Sixers over the Raptors last time, and Knish was like, oh, the Philly, they're not tough. They're soft. They're horrible. And who won that game, Knish? So I dunked on you, my man. I jammed it on you, and I also sent Drew Brees a thank you card, a bunch of flowers, roses, a box of chocolates, because I think I'm the only one on the Line Sniper team that took Tampa Bay. Give me my props.
Wow.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Bam.
Mic drop over there, but I won't drop this mic in the studio. Don't worry, guys. But thank you so much for coming on. I need you both on your A game because we got a ton to talk about today. And of course, we're going to break down the conference championships. We're also going to break down the NBA games tonight. We're going to dive into this week in sports betting in a big way. I do, though, just want to super quickly remind everyone at home to subscribe to us here on YouTube for even more of our sports betting content, including Ronnie P's Bet with the Pros, where you can get yourself a stacked futures portfolio just in time for 2021. Who wouldn't want that? But all right, we got a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it. And of course, we started with NBA last week, so let's start with a little NFL this week. I'm feeling good about it. I know you are at home. Now, of course, we're going to talk about both of these conference finals, but let's start with the AFC because I want to talk about the Bills, baby. And I want to talk about Mahomes. Now, obviously, there's all the worry about Mahomes in the concussion field. I mean, personally, I think they're just being cautious. I really don't think he has a concussion. I'm also not an expert, but the decision is out of the Chiefs' hands as well. So, Knish, where do you think this lands? I mean, does Mahomes play, and is that the factor that decides this game? Can the Chiefs win without Mahomes?
Yeah, I would love to say this is as simple as you can't trust anybody from New York to get the job done when things are really on the line. But I won't say that because let's break this down here and be appropriate and talk actual football. The issue is that, yes, I think for the most part we're going to see Patrick Mahomes this week. I know Josh Allen is the new America's sweetheart. I know the Bills offense, obviously Brian DeBall, fantastic caller in that. But the bottom line is if I'm getting 95% of Patrick Mahomes, which I think we will. I think they were being cautious. We had to follow the protocol last week. He does have a little bit of a turf toe going on, but I think he was mobile enough. It wasn't enough to pull him out of the game before, he had the potential concussion. All reports today from Schefter and everything he's going to go. And a couple of factors here. One, the Chiefs defense is sneakily playing very well. Number two, I think you'll see Clyde Edwards-Helaire back in the backfield. We saw the corpse of Le'Veon Bell out there getting some carries last week. So you won't have that with Edwards-Helaire back and Darrell Williams in the backfield playing well. And the Chiefs, outside of Mahomes, are really the healthiest team that's left in the playoffs. They've gotten some of their O-line back. And I think this was a line that when you were looking at, on the look at, was around 3.5, 4, even some juiced 4s. And now you're getting, assuming we have Mahomes. So that's obviously it. Assuming we have Mahomes, which I think we will. Now you're seeing some 2.5, some cheap 3s. That's a play for me on KC. I think it's a little short. As long as we get Mahomes in this game, which I believe we will, they're going to get the job done. They're going to the Super Bowl. And don't let Ronnie P talk you into this fraudulent Bills team, even though I'll give him a chance to do it right now.
Whoa, fraudulent Bills team. You've won so much on the Bills. You're clowning them like that? Such loyalty.
Listen,
you have.
Well, hey, that's what you got to know when to fold it, Ronnie. That's all I'm saying. You load it up. You just got to know when to lay the cards down. And this is the week, my friend, because Patrick Mahomes at home is not losing to this Bills team.
So, one, I agree with you. He is going to play, but we failed to mention that he has a toe injury that nobody's talking about. So he's not 100%. He's banged up. He's not going to practice this week. So if he does play, he's not 100%. And you said 99? More like 75, 80% he'll be, my man. Right or wrong? Now, the Buffalo Bills, since I came on this show... 75%
of the greatest all time is better than most, Ronnie. Also better than the guy he's facing.
What is Josh Allen? Because to me, Josh Allen is a young rising star. Dude, casual football fans know who this man is. Josh Allen is going to be a star after this playoffs. This man is nasty. He's got some great weapons. The Buffalo Bills defense is solid enough. Now, their only weakness is they can't run the ball. But they don't need to run the ball. They got Josh Allen, and Josh Allen can run the ball. Listen, I've been telling you since I got on this show that the Buffalo Bills are the only team that can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And after Mahomes' toe injury, the little concussion, him being banged up, how can you not take the points in the Buffalo Bills? I'm going to say right now, Buffalo Bills are going to the Super Bowl. Outright, Buffalo Bills win. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line, but to be safe, play the points. But nobody can stop this Buffalo Bills team, guys. It's time to get their respect. They're going to win the Super Bowl this year. You heard it here first, folks. Buffalo Bills all the way. Let's go, Buffalo.
Make sure we have that clip for next week. Josh.
Play that clip in 2 weeks.
I want to play that on a loop in my house.
We'll save it on and see what we play next week. But guys, I think going into this season, we all sort of knew that it would be the Mahomes show pretty much all the way through the playoffs. And I got to be honest, I'm going to side with Joey here because I'm pretty confident he's going to play. He's going to put up big numbers, and I think the Chiefs might end up taking it. Even though I kind of want the Bills,
you did some inflection during your time off, Ms. Melendez. I appreciate you come over to the dark side.
You did a good job doing.
Who called Tampa last week, guys? That's all I'm going to say. Who called Tampa
last
week?
But guys, listen, let's stick with that. Let's keep the ball rolling there, and let's talk about big numbers. And by that, I mean Tom Brady's age. Got him, right? Okay.
I'm almost 40, Tom. So that kind of hurt.
No, I know you're a big fan of the show, Tom Brady. We love you. But yes, of course, in the NFC, we have Tom Brady's Buccaneers against the Aaron Rodgers-led Packers. Now, Ronnie P., you can tell us about the NFC. I'm sure you can. So can Tom Brady show up at yet another Super Bowl, or is he done rubbing the genie lamp there?
Look, I love Tom Brady. Tom Brady won me my car. Tom Brady won me my fiance's ring. Like, I won so much money on Tom Brady. I love this man to death. However, he's got a lot going against him, okay? He's got a warm weather team going to play in the cold, third straight road game. And here's a cool stat I found out. Since 1983, NFL underdogs at 3.5 to 10 off back-to-back road wins are 13-38. The last team to do it, actually win, was the Green Bay Packers. How funny is that? In 2011. Look, I'm not going to bet against Tom Brady, so I'm not on this, but I see why people would take Green Bay. I'm on over 51 points. I mean, look, I know the Tampa Bay defense is great. This is going to be a show, man. There are going to be a lot of big plays in this game, so I think it's going to go over to 51. I get it why you would want to take Green Bay Packers, but let's be real. You really think both two favorites are going to win this week? There's going to be one upset, guys. It's going to be one upset, and I think over 51 is your best bet. What do you think, Knish?
Well, Ronnie, I think that, I'll be taking my winnings from this week and helping you out with a divorce lawyer after that play. So unfortunately that, it's going to be a tough scene for Ronnie B this weekend because the play to win the monies this weekend is the Green Bay Packers here. I don't know if anybody, watched the game last week between the two senior citizens at quarterback, but it was ugly, and it was real ugly. And now they're going against the man playing the best, even better than Patrick Mahomes this season. They're going to go into Lambeau, into 20-degree weather. A bunch of softies from Tampa and a 50-year-old quarterback is going to go into the frozen tundra and beat Aaron Rodgers. Listen, maybe there'll be Rodgers will drop 40 and Ronnie can have a little bit of his own. But the bet here is late with Green Bay. I don't care. So Green Bay was square last week. People say, the Packers were the square play of the week last week. Easiest play of the weekend was the Packers on a teaser last week that covered straight up. I'm going back to the well here. I'm not going to let, all the Brady narratives or the GOAT or whatever you want to say about him. That's all well and good. He's not going into Lambeau this week and coming out with a victory.
No, I don't think he's going to get the victory, but to cover 3 or 4? Like, you really trust this Green Bay defense against this potent... They're wrong. They're sick. You trust that defense?
Can we just talk about the fact that poor Tom Brady went from 43 to 50 just like
That's
that
ages.
because, Joey Knish, not nice. But honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. He himself said his blood has been thinning out down in Tampa, so we'll see what happens this weekend. But Joey, come on. It is Tom Brady after all. He needs the Super Bowl. He'll just kind of fade away with the win, Pocahontas style. But, the books are favoring the Packers for a reason. I think the Buccaneers did just amazing with the tools that they have. But I got to agree. I think it grinds to a halt on Sunday, not going to lie. And of course, I think personally, and I'm very confident in our Packers and Chiefs at the Super Bowl. I'm thinking of chili Super Bowl because that's what I'm going to be eating. And I love food. But that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, Allie.
And speaking of Super Bowl, guys, we're almost freaking there. And for sports bettors, the Super Bowl is like Christmas in February. And next week, we are going to do a deep dive into all of those Super Bowl props. You guys, I need to know. Joey Knish, how you feeling with the Puppy Bowl bets? You feeling excited about that?
Let me tell you something. This is really, and I know we want to talk do we want to do any future? This is not, so the regular futures save every penny you got. Don't place any futures this week. Don't wait for it because the grand finale, the buffet of props and futures is coming at you with the Super Bowl. There is no event in the world that's better for props than the Super Bowl. They're going to be fast and furious everywhere. We'll have them on the show. This is not the time to be betting, a Packers Super Bowl or a Chiefs Super Bowl. No, save it for next week and the next 2 weeks. There is going to be everything, whether it be Gatorade color, national anthem. these are all, they might sound ridiculous, but there you go. There you go, whatever it takes. The bottom line is that this is not the week to bet the futures. Hold on to it. And listen, Ronnie might have a little advice for you this week to go, but listen, Uncle K we'll have the buffet coming up in the next 2 weeks because Super Bowl props, there's people, legitimate professionals out there that got their start really getting into Super Bowl props years ago because of the opportunity that was out there, the money you could make. Hundreds and hundreds of props and futures and a lot of soft money. I know guys that just bet the Super Bowl. They're not really involved in football. They do other sports, but they get in for Super Bowl props. That's how good it can be. Hopefully we'll find you some winners here. Ron, I hope you agree with me there.
Oh, no, I agree 100%. The only thing I would take, but it's dumb to take, would Buffalo to win Super Bowl at plus 330, but you could have got that at, what was the odds? Do you know the odds beginning of the year for Buffalo to win Super Bowl? It
was over 20-1. Even last week
was 5 or 6. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to take it at 330 now? Why would I do that? So I'm with you, bro.
Especially because they're going to lose the KC, so why would you do that? It's only you only have your money for like 3 or 4 days before it's an L. So,
Josh Allen's going to shock the world. He's going to become a star. I'm telling you guys this right now. And I'm looking right in the camera. Josh Allen is going to be a household name, and the Buffalo Bills are going to be Super Bowl winners. Ronnie P said it here first, folks.
All right. Well, we got that written down, so we'll check in with you on that this weekend. But nothing we hate more as bettors than waiting, right? So we talked about the futures there, but if it's waiting for the Super Bowl, I guess we can make that happen. I won't be happy about it, but nothing we can do about that. All right, since we don't have futures, we're just going to switch it up here, but that's okay because we have some NBA to talk about. And since we have 2 games, let's just jump down both of them. So Ronnie P, our resident NBA analyst, tonight's games, they both tip off at 9, but we're going to start in the Mile High City. Ronnie, it's Thunder versus Nuggets. Now, Thunder have no Al Horford, so what goes down tonight?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm going to skip on this game because this game is why would I want to watch this game? I'm sorry. I just, OKC is just such a horrible team. I don't know how they're 6-6. I don't understand that. If I were to play this, I would take the Nuggets -10. They're off a loss against Utah. They're pissed off. They're going to come in here, guns blazing. They're ready to play. But you just said it best. Al Horford's not playing. What I like in this game, and I might take this, the second best center in the NBA, because the first is Joel Embiid, of course, over 24.5 points. Who's going to stop this man tonight? Joker's going to eat. He's going to eat at the buffet table all night long. Nuggets are going to win this one. OKC, like I said, they got no interior offense. Their offense is horrible. Give me the Denver Nuggets -10 and give me Joker over 24.5 points. Let's go. What do you think, Knish?
Ron, I love talking the round ball with you because what you say actually makes sense. Instead of, when we're going through football and I got to correct you all the time and, put you in your place a little bit, when we're talking the ball, this actually makes sense. I like the Nuggets as well tonight. I agree. OKC at Horford out. And I totally agree with you. They've played above their head to start the season, way above their head in terms of, you've seen it in some of the results. This is not a team that's going to finish 500 in the NBA. I think this line's a little bit short tonight. I think you see it maybe even you've seen it tick up a few places. There's some juice 10.5. I would lay the 10 out there. I like the Nuggets tonight. And we've seen OKC, it's been a nice little out of the gate story here. They've had a soft schedule, but this, as you said, it's not a good basketball team. They don't have a lot of primary scorers. The Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, really nice story for him to be, but they're a few years away from building any type of team here. So I laid it with the Nuggets.
Bro, let me take 20 shots a game and I can have a good average too. Come on, man. Come on. He's the only one they got on this squad. That's it.
Whoa. Let's definitely just not get too heated because I'm loving the fact that you are both in agreement. You both like the Nuggets. So let's keep it peaceful right there. Now, Ronnie P has some prop picks for us, so I'm liking this. We're running out of NFL, so the boys are taking the NBA nice and serious. That's what we like to see. Win us some money, guys. Keep on talking to me here. That's what the show is all about. Now, on the other side, well, sort of, it's all Western Conference, we have the New Orleans Pelicans with Big Zion versus the Utah Jazz. Now, Ronnie P has been bullish on the Pels, but Knish, why don't you lead us on this one? So you like the Pelicans? We know Knish likes smooth jazz, CD 101.9, woo! But do you like the Utah Jazz?
I like you hitting that note up there. That's what I tell you. We got to use a little bit more Melendez songs here and going up. But no, I like the fly Pelicans fly tonight. I think Ronnie's on board here as well. Yep. Which two locks picks with Ronnie. This is it feels a little weird to have him on the right side
really
for a couple segments in a row, but no, Jazz have been, again, another team. We just talked about it with OKC playing over the head. I think you've seen the same thing with Utah coming out of the gate, especially we're going to have, I'm teasing best bets because we're going to have a 6th man of the year play in best bets, and it's not going to be Jordan Clarkson, who has started off the year hot for the Jazz, but I think you've seen this from him in his career. He's waxed and waned as far as being able to go on some good scoring spurts. But no, I like the Pelicans tonight. You've seen Zion really start to break out. Pelicans team that got out of the gate a little slow. I like the points tonight, and I would sprinkle a little bit of that money line. So talk to me here, Ron. You with me on the Pelicans tonight?
Bro, this is a classic letdown spot for the Utah Jazz. They just won a close one against Denver. They're feeling themselves. They're like, Pelicans, who cares? They're not going to play hard tonight, man. Give me the Pelicans. But, dude, you missed out. You didn't even mention Brandon Ingram. Everyone talks about Zion Williams, guys. Brandon Ingram is the man on that squad. He is the man. I love Brandon Ingram. He's going to kill it tonight. And Lonzo's probable. Steve Adams can bully up with Gobert. Give me Pelicans +6. And like Knish said, they might outright win it. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised.
Well, awesome. And yikes if you at home already picked up a Jazz bet. I'm sorry. The line set for team does not have your back on this one. But if you want to tail us on, of course, that Pelicans play, the guys here are pretty confident we have a winner there. So we'll see what happens. And since we love giving you guys at home the winning bets so very much, hey, it's ready for some best bets. You guys ready for it? We don't have a theme song yet, but I'm working on it.
Cue it up.
Awesome, because it is time for the best bets. That means you give us absolutely your best bet. It could be anything, any game, any person, whatever. Just has to be the very best. So, Knish, you are America's sports betting sweetheart, and America needs a best bet. What you got?
Here's what we just talked about, 6th man of the year, and I said Jordan Clarkson was the chalk right now. I don't agree with that. We're going to go a little NBA Player Award future here. Chris Boucher to win 6th man of the year for the Toronto Raptors. In his last 6 games, averaging 21 a game, 9 rebounds a game, 66.2% from the field. Raptors have outscored opponents by 55, when he's been on the floor in that span. Now, Raptors a little slow out of the gate here, but if you talk about guys coming off the bench to start the year, there is nobody in the last 6 or 7 games playing as well off the bench as Boucher. I don't think Clarkson's going to win it. I think there's some fatigue with other guys that are kind of in the award, like Montrez, guys that have been in the conversation for, the better part of 4 or 5 years. Boucher is playing fantastic basketball. I hope he only needs 37 games to qualify for the award. They keep starting Aaron Bynes, but Boucher's getting the majority of the minutes now at center for the Raptors off the bench. They're playing a little bit more small ball. It's around 10-1, 12-1. I've seen up as high as 14-1. Anything 10-1 or higher, I love it a lot. I had some of my people in New Jersey place a good chunk on it for me today. That is a bet. I think if this goes in the next, I'm telling you, if his play continues for the next week or two, he will be chalked to win this award by the time we're doing this show again in a week or two. So Chris Boucher, 6th Man of the Year award, best price you can find. A lot of good stuff out there. I like it a lot. Ronnie, hit me with you got. I know you won't have a good of a best bet as that because that's a banger, but give me what you got.
That was good. What do you got, Ron?
That is good, man. But I want to give the people money like right away, not wait like 2 years for it, Joey.
That's
you know what
fair.
I mean? So
that's fair. That's a good counter.
So I'm gonna go hockey tonight, and you know what I'm gonna take in hockey? We're going my Fly Boys. Let's go Flyers. Now, here's the thing: Flyers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. They won 2 in a row. They beat their rivals. They're feeling themselves. They get their asses kicked by Buffalo 5-1. They were not ready for that game. You know what? They're going to be ready tonight. Now, here's what I love about this. Buffalo, they're a rebuilding team. Like, they're not a playoff team. They got some good key pickups in the offseason, but they're still rebuilding. But the best thing I love, their goalie, Linus Ullmark. I think that's how you say his name, Ullmark. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm a black guy. What do I know about goalies? I don't know. He is not going to play for personal reasons today, all right? So now you go over to backup goalie against a pissed-off Flyers team. Come on, bro. How can you not do that? Now, the line is so low because Carter Hart's not playing tonight. But our backup, he's serviceable. Brian Elliott, he's not a bad guy. He's serviceable. So let's go with the Flyers. Money line, I'll be safe on the money line, minus 135. That's not bad. Minus 135 is not bad. So money line, Philadelphia Flyers. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit the puck line. But just to be safe, because I want to get you people your money, your hard-earned money, let's go Flyers money line. What do you think, man?
Well, hey, there you guys have it. So thanks so much for those best bets, Ron and Knish. We're going to have you both on for our big Super Bowl breakdown, but that is later on in the future. I'm obviously just very excited for that. But for all of you watching and joining us, thank you so much for spending your Tuesday with us. Remember, you can find absolutely everything by us on linesniper.com. And hey, go ahead and get on our YouTube channel and our socials. That's LineSniper HQ on all platforms. We will have a lot more sports betting. Goodness, I don't know, a lot more. We're just gonna have it all right? So stay tuned, stay plugged in, and watch it all here at Line Sniper. But until then, the time has come for In The Crosshairs, brought to you by linesniper.com. Another plug yet again, your definitive resource for sports betting content and in-game analysis. For the team here in the studio, I am Ali Melendez. Thanks so much for watching. Say bye, everyone. Bye.